the next step with AdventureFit was probably bringing on Dave and Jackie. You know, Wilbur did the first trip with me, but then we brought on Dave Driscoll and Jackie Perez, and, you know, they were... I met Dave over in Bali, and we had a great time. It was actually his birthday. I got offered a job in Bali as head coach of a gym over there, and when I was talking to one of my buddies, they were like, "Oh, hey, when you get over there, you should look up this dude, Dave Driscoll. He does CrossFit," and I was riding a CrossFit at the time. He does CrossFit, and he seems like a cool guy, and, you know, whatever. So I got passed on his Insta handle, and I started following this dude, Dave. And to be honest, I don't really judge a book by its cover a lot of the time. You know, I'm pretty good like that. I'm pretty open to, you know, figuring out who a person is, you know, on the merit of who they are as a person, rather than, you know, taking a stab and thinking one way or the other. But I tell you what, I certainly thought Dave would be a wanker, an absolute wanker. And that's because I was just like, man, this dude, he's got however many, 30,000 Instagram followers and slick back, you know, dark hair and this big beard, and he's got tats all over him, and he's American. He must be a cocky American. This dude must just be a dickhead. And then I went over to Bali and I met Dave, and the first night that we actually we met, we did a workout together, and we were partnered up, and from that point I realised that I'd got him all wrong. I realised that he was truly one of the good guys. Yeah, and I think I just, you know, I really think I just got Dave all wrong. And so anyway, Dave joined the team and became one of my really, really good buddies. And we did a number of trips together. And one thing I will say about Dave is he has all the reasons in the world to be that dickhead that I assumed he would be right from the start. I just thought that this guy, you know, he can't be a good bloke, because if he's a good bloke, he's that good looking, he's that charismatic, surely he can't have a good heart as well. No way. I was just jealous, really. Like, fucking hell, who wouldn't be? But one thing I will say about Dave is he's one of the good guys. The way that I've always explained Dave is he's one of the good guys, you know. He's one of the... I think people are inherently good, but he's one of the real, genuine, kind-hearted dudes, you know. He's out to try and make the world a better place and to try and just bring smiles to everyone around him. So I fucking love the guy, you know. And it's a shame because our relationship was so tight. We were near on best buds, you know. We were near on best buds, and he lived with me over in Australia for a bit, and I once heard him credit me for giving him the motivation to open his gym, which is just thriving, going through the roof. And yeah, it's a bit of a bummer because I'm definitely still close with Dave, and I love the guy, and I think he loves me too, but our personalities clashed a little bit, and we certainly butted heads on a lot of things. And I don't do that with too many people. I mean, Tommy from obviously AdventureFit Radio, you know, we butted heads from time to time. Most other people that I've ever worked with, we've always had a pretty smooth working relationship. But me and Dave, we always butted heads towards the end there. And that was kind of one of the reasons that Dave stopped doing trips, I guess. I don't know whether we've actually well, that's what I assume, whether we've admitted that or not. But at the end of the day, we're still really good buddies now, and without AdventureFit, we wouldn't have gotten so close. It was a shame that, you know, working together was a bit of a strain on our relationship, but he said to me at one point, he said, "Look, I don't think I can go forward with AdventureFit. I've got other priorities that I really want to take care of." And he had his own retreat company that he wanted to potentially get off the ground, and didn't want to be a conflict of interest and so forth. And he said, "I hope this doesn't do anything to our friendship, me not working with AdventureFit." And I said to him, "Mate, it's going to make our friendship better. It's going to make our friendship 10 times better." So, you know, so that's a learning curve for me, you know, just dealing with, you know, friends and how to also just deal with people, and how to try and yeah, had to try and not butt heads when you got two big personalities like myself and Dave. So, but I love the guy, I love the guy. Dave did a fantastic job, and I can't thank him enough. He's a fucking legend. And then Jackie Perez. Jackie joined us on the Japan trip, and that was one of the loosest trips of all time. One of the absolute loosest trips of all time. And so we would always train on AdventureFit trips and, get our heart rates up and practice mindfulness, whether that's yoga or meditation or whatever that may be. And we'd go, whitewater rafting and hiking and rock climbing and all this active stuff. And it was really awesome. But also, we would drink beers and eat burgers, and we would have as much fun as humanly possible. That's what I was always about. I was always about, okay, cool, I think I have a good handle on how a good life should be lived, and this is how I want, this is what I want our trips to represent.